got some good stuff.
Got some good stuff.
Got some good stuff.
So here we are. It is
Here we are with some
Sunday,
good stuff.
Sunday fun day.
It is. Yeah. But this will launch on Monday fun day. So sorry.
Yeah.
Not sorry.
Right.
I don't know. Do people even pay attention to that? Maybe.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't either.
I mean, we dropped the episode pretty close to, like, within a day or two of recording. So it's all time and timeliness. And if you're not listening in a timely manner, that's your fault. So, but anyway, why don't you get us started with what are you going to share with me today?
I have a few things. I have 3 things on my mind today. They're not all long, so they're short. One, I would like to say that thank you, Southern California Edison, for recognizing that I'm better than my neighbors, but also, fuck you, okay? I have dropped my electrical consumption by 10% year over year, yet you are charging me 30% more. So I, of course, initially said, well, I guess we're paying for all the lawsuits from the Altadena fire. And then my son goes, oh no, we're also paying for AI because they have to ramp up their electricity for the giant, huge computers that they all have to run to support AI. Either way, fuck you for raising my electricity 30%. It's probably actually more like 50, probably 38% because I'm reduced by 10%, but yet it's up. So I have beef with SCE again. Yesterday, I have beef with so many things for 5 minutes, and then squirrel, and off we go.
Yep.
So yesterday, me and my son's girlfriend and my daughter went to Bungee Fitness. Have you seen the Bungee Fitness?
Tell me how that was.
It was fun. You can make it harder for yourself if you really pull into it. But I kept getting I'm a little uncoordinated, but I'm also not that uncoordinated. But when you're moving up and back, because it gets pulled and you're not used to it, I would get my steps off. So I had to take less steps because you have to take small steps and then launch into it. I don't know. It was fun. The harness is a little annoying, but when you do what's called the Superman, where you go 1, 2, 3 and you launch, that's fun.
It's like you're flying.
Down. I was so into that. That was so much fun. But
it reminds me of
I don't think I could do it a lot.
Park.
Yeah.
How just the swings that were just the strap that you sit on, and we would lay on it on our stomachs and just push off with our feet and just fly around, and that's what it kind of looks. That's what it looks to me like it would remind me of, and that was super fun.
Yeah. So I mean, fun. I did it once. It's not something I don't think I would sign up a lot. It's I might if someone is like, hey, you want to go? Yeah, I might go, but it was not for me. But it was fun. I encourage anyone who sees it and wants to sign up and go do it. And then my last little thing is, January, no sugar. I also got a continuous glucose monitor. And I started watching that because I'm curious to see what foods. I don't know how accurate this thing is. The things I've read online say that it's pretty close. And I'm not eating sugar, so it hasn't spiked way up. The 2 things that made it jump up, but not just higher than what the baseline average is, was an apple, not surprised, and dried mangoes. So obviously, fruit is going to make it go up a little bit higher.
Yeah, fruit is.
Yeah, fruit is.
Pasta will do it. Oatmeal will do it.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I'm not eating any of those things right now. So come February 1, when I start shoveling food in my face again, I'll be real interested to see what spikes it and how far up it gets spiked. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, because I think my goal for the rest of the year, once January's over, will be I get one thing to jack the glucose way up per week, and that's it.
One cheat.
Like a month. Yeah. One thing. One sugar jacking, and then that's it. So yeah, that's my day.
I have a rose and a thorn today. I'll
Ooh,
start with the
wow.
rose. Well, to me, it's a
Okay.
rose. I don't know if everyone's going to find it a rose, but my dear, dear Cracker Barrel,
Again,
you
is it in the
know,
news?
you would think that after all of the hullabaloo that they had over, the rebranding and the changing, getting rid of old man, what's his name on the logo, you would think that would have hurt them, but they announced that they are opening a new location at the Annapolis Mall in Annapolis, Maryland. Yeah. And I looked up that mall. That is a thriving looking, exciting mall as it used to be mall. They got a lot of stores. They got all the main stores. I don't know if it's one of these type of regional things like that one in Minnesota, but yeah, go Cracker Barrel. You do you,
Okay.
CB.
Okay.
Pretty
I
excited
mean,
about that. It
we
just
could take
popped
a
up.
road trip for the launching.
It popped up and I was like, wow, look at them go. Okay. So my thorn is, we had talked about taco salad in one of our
Yes.
last episodes.
Yes.
And I decided, I haven't made taco salad in a while. I'm going to go and get everything together to make taco salad and to discover why are Fritos so fucking expensive.
Oh, all the junk food it's ridiculous. Yeah.
It's the smallest bag. Well, not necessarily. Like it's the smallest bag of chips on the shelf.
Yeah.
And it's $6.
Yeah.
For a bag of freaking Fritos.
Yeah. Box of Rice Krispies, $6.
See, I don't buy cereal. And
I don't either. I only
it's like
when I make
super
protein breakfast.
Coupon.
Yeah.
When you make
protein breakfast bars, and both the marshmallows and the Rice Krispies have to be on sale because I'm not paying.
And the peanut butter.
And the peanut butter I always have. That's a staple.
But I just thought, and I know that there are the store brand or alternative non-Frito corn chips.
Yeah, you can't.
I was at my local Safeway, which is not a huge store. It's like a neighborhood market type of Safeway. Yeah. And they didn't have any. I would have just bought them. I don't care. It's like, it's just going in the taco salad. Doesn't matter to me. But they didn't have any. And I was like, God damn it, I'm paying $6 for Fritos.
Yeah.
Fritos.
I will say the twisty, whatever flavored ones, honey barbecue, something or other.
Oh, the corkscrew ones?
The corkscrew, yeah. I like those.
Those are good.
Haven't had those in ages. Those are good.
My favorite are the chili cheese flavored.
Are good too. They're good.
So I bought I bit the bullet and bought them, but I wasn't happy about it.
Yeah.
Just saying. So.
TVs and bacon.
Yep. So, all right. So today's topic, we're going to get into some of the urban legends that we grew up with and that persist to this day. I've got some more recent ones that we can talk about as well. But why don't you get us rolling with what's some urban legends of our day?
Okay, I'm gonna save. So when I just Google just to remind myself, there were some that I was just laughing. I'm gonna save my favorite one for later. But okay, this one is funny because I genuinely, I don't even know, but that green M&Ms, when you eat the green M&Ms, they make you horny.
I forgot about that one. Where did that come from?
I have no idea. But it's
so stupid.
It's stupid.
Like, ooh, give her some green M&Ms that
I'm
like
only
her.
Gonna eat I'm only eating the green ones right now. What are you doing later? What? Shut up. That's stupid. So stupid. But also, then I also remembered people would say if you eat cold pizza, that also makes you horny.
What?
I've
never heard that ever, and I love cold
pizza. I don't know where I heard it from, but it came up on I'm like, oh geez, yeah. Go out and buy it. St. Patrick's Day's around the corner. People load up on your
load up, get a whole bag of just green M&Ms.
Jesus,
oh my God.
Yeah.
I had to go back way back to the very first urban legend that I remember. As a child growing up in New Jersey, the Jersey Devil scared the crap out of me.
The Jersey Devil.
Because, you couldn't get away from it. It was...
Is that where the New Jersey Devils hockey team name came from?
Pretty sure.
Be, huh?
So
one perpetuated the other.
Yeah. Well, I think they were named after the Jersey Devil. I think the Jersey Devil...
I don't know this story.
Well, I'm going to tell you. Actually, it became the official demon of New Jersey at some point. Like, does every state have to have an official demon? I don't know. So there is an area of southern New Jersey that's referred to as the Pinelands. We used to call it the Pine Barrens. Barrens, Pinelands, whatever, potato. And it's basically sandy roads, lots of pine trees. And so the legend of the Jersey Devil is described as a kangaroo-like creature with the face of a horse, the head of a dog, bat-like wings, horns, and a tail, and prowls through the marshes and emerges periodically to rampage through the towns and cities.
Does it eat puppies?
What's that?
Does it eat babies and puppies?
Mainly livestock.
Okay.
So the most widely held belief...
opportunity.
I know, really. Well, puppies and babies, really. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Somebody probably threw that in there at some point.
Right. It evolved.
So the origin of the story is that Mrs. Leeds, a resident of Estelleville, was distraught when she learned she was expecting for the 13th time. In disgust, she cried out, "Let it be the devil." The story continues that the child arrived and it was a baby devil. The creature then gave a screech, unfolding its wings, and flew out the window and into the adjacent swamp. Okay. So I don't know exactly when that story originated, but I'm going to say like sometime in the 1800s. Sounds kind of appropriate for that period.
Yeah.
So basically stories have been told over the years of the devil raiding chicken coops and farms, destroying crops and killing animals. People claim to have seen him in different towns when he emerges from his natural lair in the Pinelands and wanders through the area, sometimes intriguing and sometimes terrorizing residents. So, people have gone on record, hey, I'm somebody reliable that you shouldn't question. But just like anything, people are like, oh, well, my, so-and-so saw it and he's a policeman. Sure. So it's got to be true.
It's got to be true. Sure.
So people to this day traveling down the expressway, the parkway, report sightings of something. And basically it's the folklore for New Jersey. Now, as a youngster, it scared me because it's one thing when you have your little storybooks and, stories about monsters and unicorns and it's not real. But when older people or adults start talking about something and you're like, well, is it real? Well, we don't know if it's real. Well, what do you mean you don't know if it's real? Is it fake?
Like
well,
Santa
we don't know.
Claus.
It could be real. It's a story. It could be real. It could be fake. Well, which is it? Well, we don't know. Well, why don't you know? I need to know. If you don't know, how do I know? So that just kind of threw me off.
And I think like most of them, right? It's one of those things that you folklore tales that you tell to like encourage small children. Don't go outside at night by the chickens because it's just some
don't
other
wander
thing.
around at night in a rural area.
Yeah.
But I remember asking my dad about it at one time because I think they had a thing about it at our local library. That might have been the first place I saw it, and a picture. And I mean, the pictures were like all creepy. And he basically explained it as, well, you got to understand that similar to, the Appalachian, whatever you want to call it, areas of this country where you have a lot of backwoods types of communities, areas, rural things. He said it's kind of like it has the same reputation as the inbred backwoods of Appalachia, to whatever extent that's true or not. And he said that area of New Jersey has that reputation. So that's kind of another reason why that story perpetuated. And so then I remember that we were going somewhere, and we had neighbors across the street. They were Cassius's, and if the dads were working, the moms, we had a day off, whatever, they'd pile us in the car and we'd go do something, go somewhere, some event. And I remember we were going somewhere, we're in the back of the station wagon, and we were all talking about the Jersey Devil that day, and we were in the area where it was kind of close to where the Jersey Devil was spotted. And I remember the story, part of the story was wherever you pass by an area of trees where you don't see any light through the trees, that's where he lives. And I remember we were like glued to the side window staring, and finally we passed like a section, and I'm like, there was no light through those trees. And so that's my first urban legend that I remember growing up that scared the hell out of me.
This reminded me of one that I did not write down, that I just remembered regionally. So out on the cliffs of Rancho Palos Verdes is Point Vicente with Chaz, the lighthouse. Mm-hmm. And there is an urban legend that there is an old Russian couple that lived there, and he went out on the boat or the submarine, and she walks up and down the street near the lighthouse because she's searching for him, and that people will see it and swerve out of the way and cause major accidents or major crashes where they're like dying, and that they had to board up part of the lighthouse because when they did that, the light going and searching in the ocean, she stopped walking.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if
I did. I remember hearing
I don't know
that.
I don't even know if an old Russian couple lived in the lighthouse or not, but I forgot about that one. That's very regional, I'm sure.
On the East Coast, a lot of the houses, the architecture includes what's called a widow's walk, which is usually on the upstairs portion of the house. It's a walkway on the second floor or higher that kind of goes around, like you come out one door, you go around the front, almost like a balcony. And it was for women who lost their husbands at sea. You know, they'd be up there searching. And so, you know, they've got a lot of ghost stories with widow's walks type of thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, very similar.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the fact that it's foggy very often and there are zero lights and it's a very curvy area to be driving in. Yeah, there's going to be some accidents. Like, I don't think it has anything to do with a ghost marching down the street.
Yep. It could be some drunk kid who didn't get a ride back home from the party trying to walk home.
Sure, that never happened.
All right, give us another one.
I think this one it's been in several movies. It's been in a lot of things. It's been in an SNL skit. This one was when I remember coming up when we were probably like 13, 14, starting to babysit, and it's the call is coming from inside the house. So it's, you know, the babysitter's there. And they keep calling, have you checked the children? And then she calls the police, and then the police come back and says, get out of the house, the call's coming from inside the house. So that was, what's the movie series with the mask that's
Scream? Is it Scream?
Scream. So the first Scream with Drew Barrymore's on the phone, and that's like a scene that references that thing. There's a whole movie. Then Pete Davidson there's a skit, Scary Movie did one of it, and then Pete Davidson's SNL skit, when they call and he's trying to be all scary in voice, he's like, I knew it. Oh, it makes me laugh. But that was one that was like, just, there was one that was like genuinely a little bit terrifying if you were going to go
like it was
babysit.
It was kind of believable.
Yeah. Back then,
like
when
it could really happen.
Yeah. Like, how is the call going to be coming from inside the house?
I know. And how do the police trace it? You know?
Yeah.
I mean, there's logistics
back
there
in the
that
80s.
You don't know when you're a kid. But I had that one on my list. So that one is probably one of the first ones that, like, okay, you know how you'd get together with friends or neighbors or cousins or whatever, slumber parties, and that was like a story, one of the first stories that got told.
Yeah.
And then you were in on it. And so then the next time it got told, you already knew. But so that particular one, I know that they made a movie. There was a couple movies. They remade the movie. But when I first heard the story, when I first heard the story, it ended with, "Get out of the house. The call is coming from inside the house." And you were like, and then you were left.
That's it.
To your own imagination.
That's
that was
end.
That was the end of the story. It wasn't, and you know, she goes upstairs, the kids are murdered, he comes, murders her. No, that wasn't part of the story. No. It was, that was just coming from inside the house. Get out, get out. Ah! And that was it.
Roll and, credits. Yeah.
And scene. So that's what I remember about that story. But, you know, the movie, of course, had to take it to a murderous true crime, horrible level. So
it was a good one.
That led me to like the whole slumber party scene where you told stories like that, and classic slumber party, urban legend, fun times. Do you remember Bloody Mary?
I do. Yep, that's on the list. There's so many of those silly ones.
You'd look in the mirror, or it was always in the bathroom, and it was like,
because it had to be dark.
You have to close your.
So you had to turn the lights on and shut the door,
cover your face, and say Bloody Mary. I don't know how many times, and then when you look,
I think it was 3 times, right? Yeah,
something like that.
You don't see her. There's probably. I'm going to guess there's some, like, right, if you close your eyes really tight in the dark and then you open them, there's like some weird, like, right, your eyes are adjusting because it was light and now it's dark.
Some biological explanation.
There's probably some artifacting or something, and then you have the mirror with some reflections. Like, you probably see something weird, but it ain't Bloody Mary coming and killing you. But in the story, right, and I think there's probably a movie, right, Bloody Mary comes through the mirror.
Right.
Like, you have
and hysterical
Bloody Mary to come kill on a murdering rampage.
Hysterical preteen girls, we live for that shit. The other one was light as a feather, stiff as a board.
Feather, stiff as a board. Yep.
Where you like chant and then everybody sticks 2 fingers under somebody and like lifts them up. I don't even know how that worked.
Never happened. Yeah. Never happened.
Ouija boards. We all played with the Ouija board. Yeah. And then the one I forgot about was, do you remember I Can Lick Hands Too?
No.
Where the girl thinks it's her dog next to the bed licking her hand, and it's really a serial killer or a murderer under the bed that keeps licking her hand, and he says, I can lick hands too, and that was another one. That was another good
remember
slumber party story, ghost story.
There was the whole, like, put the person's hand in warm water to make them pee, or why were we putting bras in freezers?
Because we could. No, the key with that was you had to soak the bra in water first, and then put it in there, so it was frozen in the morning. So it was frozen.
So in the morning. Weird.
Just to stupid shit play a trick on your friend. Well, if you were the first one that fell asleep, guess what? You had a mustache when you woke up. You had,
Yeah, that's when bullying and hazing was totally acceptable and expected.
That's when we just teased each other until we had developed an eating disorder. That's how it was.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
So there was one that, like, to this day so if there was somebody was hiding under your car and they'd slash your Achilles heels so you couldn't walk, and then they'd throw you in the car, steal your car, and murder you. And I still, like, when I go to my car today, like at night, I still, I don't like look under. No, I kind of like look under, because the person was lying under the car. So when you went to go unlock it, they'd slash your Achilles heel. So I always still kind of like
somehow
to get you in. I mean, there's all kinds of like, right. There's chemicals on the handle, and the $100 bill on the windshield. And like, there's so many of those that are still.
And there's one that I saw that if your license plate is bent a little bit, that you've been marked for, someone's going to carjack you or steal your car or grab you and sell you into white slavery or
there's a lot of
human trafficking. It's like
human trafficking ones that are
no one wants me. I'm worth nothing to a human trafficker. I'm 56 years old. I'm menopausal. You know what?
Yeah.
I'm good.
They're not after us. That is for one safe. There's one safety we have. We will not be human trafficked. However,
exactly.
There is another one that came up that we, possibly is that they're going to kidnap you and you're going to wake up in a bathtub of ice because they've taken your kidney.
Right.
That was another one. But I feel like that actually like happens. No, I mean, that's not like
well, it did on. I think there was a Law and Order episode about that. That's ripped from the headlines, so it's got to be true.
Yes, it's got to be.
That reminds me, I was in Mexico. I was in Cabo San Lucas on a work trip, and myself, my boss, and one of the other managers, we were going to walk downtown and go shopping or take the bus or whatever. So we did that, and the other gentleman that we were with, he wanted to look at watches. So we went to this little jewelry store, and they're looking at watches, and then my boss was, between the two of them, they were like, let's make a deal, let's wheel and deal, let's talk this guy down to dirt cheap. It was a game to them. I'm just looking at the jewelry, whatever, and he got the guy down to, I don't know, some ridiculously cheap amount for these fake Rolex watches. And then he said, no,
you can't do that.
I changed my mind. And
you can't do that in Mexico.
We walked out. I mean, literally the guy was chasing us down the street.
Yeah, you
I thought, oh my God. I said, we got to go die. Or we're going to end up in a back alley with our kidneys cut out. I mean, come on. You don't do this in Mexico.
No, you don't do that.
So anyway, that's what that reminds me of, the whole kidney story. So one that was really, really big, I remember, was the flashing the headlights.
Yep.
So there was a couple different things around that.
Yeah.
So to me, when someone flashes their headlights at me, it's either your lights are not on and it's dark.
Turn your lights on, yeah.
Or there's a cop up ahead and
Slow
I'm warning you. Okay. Yeah. Well, then that turned into, or it could be like someone behind you flashing their brights at you saying, move over, get out of my way. And sometimes they're aggressive about it and it's just like, oh, whatever, dick. But the whole gang initiation thing started where if someone flashes their lights at you, just get out of there, because that's, if you pull over or you flash back, they're going to chase you down and kill you because it's a gang initiation. And it's like, did that ever happen? Ever? Was there ever a story on the news of that happening?
I mean, maybe. Like I feel like all of these generate from something. So there could be some truth to something, right? Like there could be somebody who's a serial killer who uses the flashing light to get somebody to pull up and kill, and then it kind of escalates. Like these all stem from something. Like.
The other one was, this guy was flashing his lights at me and chasing me, and I thought he was trying to catch up and murder me. And when I got home, there was someone in the back seat that was trying to kill me, and he was trying to warn me. That was the other one. It's like,
yeah.
Okay.
Well, and I think like in our teenage years, in parts of Southern California, like the Bloods and the Crips, that was like the peak gang rivalry and. So
I mean, we had the Night Stalker, for Christ's sakes.
Right, there was, I mean,
the Hillside Strangler. I mean,
Richard. We had there was a lot going. There's a lot of things that like actually happened that perpetuated some of these. So it's not super far fetched. Now, did any of them happen? I don't know. I didn't watch the news or read the newspaper when I was younger.
Yeah, it was just kind of funny.
Well, yeah.
And some of the more current ones that we'll get to, that's kind of how they started. It was an internet thing that took off, and then people created a whole cult following around it. So, yeah.
Now,
all right.
Here is my absolute favorite that I had totally forgotten, and then when I Googled, and the story is, at a concert, there is a gentleman sitting in the front row, and it's the Phil Collins concert, and he sings "In the Air Tonight," and when the song is over, the police come and arrest him for murder. Because seriously, come on.
No, he let someone drown, I think it was. He watched someone drown and didn't do anything, and I saw that one too, and I'm like, I don't ever remember that.
Oh, I remember that. I remember that one, but like seriously, like they're gonna bring him to a concert and sit him in the front row, and that's how they're gonna arrest him.
That's not how it works.
It's never in the history of the world is that how it's gonna happen.
And I think I read Phil Collins was like, "What?"
Yeah. The song's not even about that. Like,
I do like Emily in Paris, though. That's his daughter. It's a cute show.
Is it? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's cute.
Lily Collins is Phil Collins' daughter. Okay. Yeah.
She is
she's beautiful. I know. We just talked about weight. Like, what I was thinking after our last episode where we talked about, a woman's weight versus a man's height.
Yes.
The only thing we didn't bother to mention, weight can go either way. I mean, you're looking at Ariana Grande going, what the hell's going on there? But, it's like we focus so much on overweight that we don't look at underweight too. And it's like, okay, yeah. But that just popped into my head. Okay. That's all I had. Oh, wait, no, I had another one that from our era. The chupacabra, literally the goat sucker. So that is legendary.
Well, Goat Man, Bigfoot, Chupacabra, Loch Ness, Skinwalkers.
Rumored to inhabit parts of the Americas, with the first sightings reported in Puerto Rico. And so Tom's got a theory about the chupacabra. So if you look at the Corona bottle, there's a little picture. To me, it looks like a griffin. You know what a griffin is? I think we all know what a griffin is from Harry Potter. It's kind of like a dragon bird.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So to me, it looks like that. But he thinks that is what the chupacabra, what they think the chupacabra is. And that a bunch of drunk guys were, drinking Coronas and
that's where it came from.
And said, "Oh, that's the chupacabra." So, but yeah. So go ahead.
My favorite movie, one of my very favorite movies, Meatballs, has a whole scene, right, where there's the counselors are all sitting around the corner, and he's like, telling the ghost story, and it's Hook Man. It's the guy who has a hook for a hand, who's murdering young lovers in the forest.
Lovers Lane. Yep.
There's a lot of don't make out or have sex in the forest or the woods.
Just stay out of the woods. Just stay out of the woods.
All the murdering things happen there. Don't.
Stay out. I think we established this. You stay out of the woods because that's where you get murdered. That's where the bodies are dumped. So you're either going to get murdered or you're going to trip over a body.
Or
who always finds the bodies? Hunters, fishermen, hikers found a body. It's like, okay. What do you know about the Mothman?
I don't know anything about the Mothman, but there's
that was kind of a relatively new one.
There's a whole, right? Yeah.
That's kind of a relatively new one. That one's considered more paranormal than biological.
Yeah.
He's like a 7 foot tall winged humanoid creature, glowing red eyes, and this is a West Virginia thing. Now, don't get me wrong, West Virginia, but you're known for your moonshine out in the woods or on your back property. So I don't know if that might explain a little bit of it.
And maybe not having the highest of education, but there's probably really good at certain other things. Like making the moonshine. We need those people in the world.
We do. specifically associated with a bridge collapse that killed like 46 people, and so
Oh,
that the Mothman was allegedly seen right before that tragedy. So people that claim to see him, it's usually right before some tragic, catastrophic event. So he's a harbinger of paranormal doom. Apparently, the Mothman, but they got a whole statue. They have a whole festival for the Mothman. It's
wow.
like
Okay.
he's
Sure.
got a
You gotta
whole
lean in,
big cult
man.
following. Lean
If
into
there's
it.
money to be
Go
made,
for it.
yeah. So
And I mean,
there's
the
a
Jersey
series.
Devil, you got a whole
Yeah.
friggin' hockey team. How
You
about the
got a hockey team
Mothman?
for it, for sure. Yeah.
Uh,
Just a
I
minor
don't
league
know
baseball
what you
team.
call them.
It's a good name for a
Yeah,
minor league baseball team. Yeah.
the Mothman.
There's a
Yep.
there's a uh, there's a series on Netflix called The Watcher, which was actually really
Uh-huh.
good. But when I was Googling through, and I'm like, oh yeah, so it's like they move into a new house and they start getting these disturbing letters, and they don't know where they've come, and it's driving them crazy. It was actually a pretty decent series, like fun to
Yeah.
watch. But I didn't realize that it stemmed from something further.
It was a true story.
Yeah.
So I did watch that. I had that on my list of current urban legends, but that
Yeah.
one stemmed from a true story. The movie kind of took some liberties, as they do, but
Of course.
they never found out who was sending those letters, and the family bailed. They never moved in.
Yeah.
And they
Oof.
said, you know what, screw it. Now,
I don't
there's
need
one
this.
theory that says that the buyers actually did that because
They wanted to get out of
had
it.
buyer's remorse. They wanted to get out of it, but it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, that was,
We'll never know.
yeah, we'll never know. The other one that I had as kind of a current urban legend is the black-eyed children. Have you seen that one?
So when I did my 8 seconds of research, that I saw something like that, but I just went past it because I didn't know anything about it.
Well, I didn't either, but supposedly it's about mysterious, often ghostly figures resembling children or teens with black eyes, pale skin, and sometimes outdated clothes. The whole gimmick with them is they have to be invited in, like a vampire. They don't just
God.
show up and pop into your house. They have to. They're appealing to you like, I'm hungry, I'm lost, you know,
Right. I'm a child. I need help.
I need a ride, and
Who's
they
not
have
going to
some
help
kind of
children?
misfortune, and so you have to invite them in, um, and then they basically,
And then
you
they
know,
murder you?
I don't know,
Do they
they
eat
do
your inside? Are they
something,
cannibals? Oh,
um,
okay.
but but they're supposed to be like a ghost, a demon. They're supernatural. And they just
Okay.
want to cause you harm. I guess suck your neck like a vampire. I don't know, but I guess it kind of got some traction with somebody that posted it online and was referencing some kind of folklore, and it kind of just went from there. So I thought that one was kind of interesting. The black-eyed
Now
children.
I have two involving celebrities that I forgot. One I remembered, one I forgot about. The one I remembered was that Richard Gere was in the emergency room with a gerbil in his butt. Why do people make this
I got
shit
a whole
up?
list of randoms, and that was on my list of
Right?
randoms.
Yeah. And the other one is that Rod Stewart was in the emergency room because he had to have his
Yes.
stomach pumped because there was so much semen in it.
I believe it was a gallon. I don't know
Like,
that that's physically
some
possible.
ridiculous.
But,
What?
yeah.
Who
I think I was in like
comes up with
fifth or
these?
sixth grade when that
Yeah.
circulated.
Oh yeah. That was. Yeah.
Yeah. In addition to those, I had Walt Disney's Frozen Head.
Okay.
That was one of
Yeah.
those rumors.
Yeah.
Gene
Yep.
Simmons has a cow tongue.
I have never
Surgically
heard that one.
altered his tongue with a
There's
cow
probably other
tongue.
things about. Yeah. Okay. Mhm.
There was Ozzy Osbourne. I mean, he really did
So
bite
many.
the head of
Bite
a
the head
bat, but
of a
then
bat. Yeah.
it's like 3 months later, it was like, dude, did you hear that about Ozzy? He bit the head off a cow in concert. Wait, what? I mean, it escalated into larger
Seriously,
and
you can't
larger
even. Yeah.
animals.
Yes.
And that was the thing. All of these, we used to call these dudisms, because you had to start the story with
Right.
dude, Did you hear what happened? Dude, did you know? Dude, did you read? Dude. So we called them dudisms. How about the New York sewer alligators?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Razor blades in
There's
apples.
I was
Did
gonna say
that
there's a
ever
lot
happen
around.
outside of a movie?
I mean, probably not, but there's a lot of like there's a lot of like sharp things to hurt you because people, right? Like needles in the sand and hypodermic needles all over the sand, which is actually true, but like people aren't putting them there for you to purposely get some sort of, like, they've got infected needles with disease and they want everybody to get that same disease, so they put all these infected needles in the sand so you can step on them.
Or no, they're putting them in the coin returns of the payphones.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
That was another one.
Yeah.
It was like
anyway.
Yeah, and then finally I had the whole Paul McCartney is dead.
Yes, that one.
Story.
Yeah, Paul McCartney. Yeah.
And I think that was just to sell albums. That was a clever way to sell albums. Yeah.
There were a
because
few
you ruined your original one by playing it backwards, so then you had to go buy another one. Genius.
Because the satanic rituals and the
exactly
Satan is God or Satan is the best or whatever it's supposed to say. Then there was one that I saw that came up that, and I mean, I don't know if it's an urban legend or just misinformation, but that Rodney King was on PCP, which was not true. His autopsy did not show that. There's a lot of like tattoos or children's toys or children's candies that are laced with acid or PCP or some other random drugs. A lot of those.
I remember things. I remember the school actually sent out a warning to parents about. They were stamps that they weren't. Yep. This was back before stamps were sticky. You had to lick them.
Yes.
And it was a sticker, like, be aware of this sticker. It's LSD and it's being passed around. It's like, what? Well, really, who's dosing children with perfectly good LSD? You're saving that shit for yourselves. You're not just handing it out to kids.
No, my guess is the way this came about is a common way that LSD was actually handed out, like just little soaked pieces of paper that you could, and somebody accidentally got one, and then it just evolved into they're massively out there, right? It's like the fact that MDMA looks like little candies, like it's the same concept. Like it looked like a sticker for kids, which is what they wanted to do, but they weren't purposely making it for kids,
right?
Anyways.
Yeah, some kid found his older sibling or his parents' stash, and the story just went from there.
How about if you have Pop Rocks and soda, your stomach is going to explode?
Or Mentos.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it became Mentos as we got older, but yeah.
You're right.
Dude.
Yep.
Dude, if you eat Pop Rocks and drink Coke, your stomach will explode.
Just like if you eat seeds, you're if you eat seeds, you're gonna grow a watermelon in your stomach. Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna believe that one too. If you sit too close to the TV, you'll go blind. You can't go swimming after eating.
Mm-hmm.
And then the chemicals in the pool that show that you peed.
Turns green and follows you.
Yeah. Yeah. Those were all the ones.
Those are some good ones. I mean, there's I did a 8 minutes of research too on the wiki, and I mean, they went alphabetically list of urban legends, and I mean, there's a ton out there. I mean, a lot of them are regional, to certain parts of the country, but that's nuts.
There's some crazy
stories. Ones where you're just like, how did that even start? Well, the whole one, I read that the whole one about the needles in the payphone coin returns that started around when AIDS was, really taking off. And it was, I don't know if it was supposed to scare people, if it was supposed to, I don't know what the whole intent was, but that's around the time that was going full speed. So, yeah. But I mean, as kids, that was a source of income for us. You saw a bank of payphones, you checked every coin return, and,
you get
between
30
that
or 40 cents.
and the sofa, and like,
yeah,
Dad would leave his change on the dresser. You just like
yeah,
zoot mine,
yeah,
and you had money for candy.
yeah.
You could go to 7-Eleven and get yourself a lick'em sticks.
Fun dip. Oh, I love the
Fun
fun
dip.
dip. Those were good.
Pure
Yeah.
sugar with a sugar stick.
Yeah, a sugar stick dunked in sugar.
Yep.
Different flavored sugar. Yeah, those were good. Yeah. So those were the ones I had.
Yeah. That's all I got too. And of course we mentioned Bigfoot, the Loch Ness monster.
Yeah.
UFOs.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got a theory about Bigfoot. Now, if Bigfoot's fun and all, but if Bigfoot was real, don't you think we would have found big feet? We would have found a nest, a cave, a den, a baby, an egg, a mom, a dad, more than one. Don't you think we would have found more than one?
I think with today's modern technology that we would be able to find pure and absolutely unequivocal evidence that it either does or does not. And the fact that we can't find anything is probably not. But again, urban, right? Like, people got to make up stories. You get a bunch of guys out in the woods drinking moonshine, waiting to go hunting the next day, and they hear a noise and they see a shadow, and it's like, oh, it's Bigfoot. It's not. Yep. It's a shadow, dude.
It's
flax.
It's probably a bear, raccoon,
right? Or
some
maybe
kind of animal.
Just a shadow of a tree.
Maybe a guy in a ghillie suit. I mean, who knows?
Could be.
Your buddy playing a prank.
Right. Your buddy taking a piss in the corner. That just the angle makes him look weird and hairy. I don't know.
Well, and, I think about, like you said, the modern technology we have. The Earth is a finite place. I mean, we've pretty much explored just about everything that can be explored. There may be some nooks and crannies, like maybe the Amazon, maybe the deserts. There might be some stuff that we haven't really gotten our fingers fully in. But I
got like satellites and heat sensors and
now the ocean, that's a different story.
Okay.
I think there's still some stuff in the ocean where we're pulling that shit up, going, what the hell is this? And space, we haven't even scratched the surface with space. So there could be aliens. Who the hell knows? We can't be the only ones out here.
Could be.
But yeah, Bigfoot. I mean, I love a good Bigfoot, but I don't really think it's real.
It's not.
That's all I got.
That's all I got.
So why don't you bring us into what you're talking about, Willis?
So I don't know how I kind of discovered this. I'm scrolling through something, and this little phrase came up, and I'm thinking that every region could probably get their own, or I don't know if this is like the one for the whole United States, but it's when you say, well, only in Ohio. So when you have a bizarre or unsettling event, you would say, oh, well, only in Ohio. Then I was thinking, like, what would be the equivalent of, like, right, if we're going to be like, oh, only in, like, Whittier, or, like, depending on what the bizarreness is, right? If it's, like...
Only in Monrovia.
Right.
Or, like, if it's... City.
If it's like maybe something that's right, could be like, oh, only in the valley, only in Escondido, like, right, you could probably come up with all kinds of them, but I just thought it was funny that was like Ohio happened to be the one. Oh, only an unsettling event happened. You're like, well, shit, only in Ohio, bro.
Oh, that's funny.
So I thought that was fun. I want to try and incorporate that more into my life because I enjoyed it.
Well, being a Californian in Arizona, we take a lot of abuse here.
Take a lot of shit, I'm sure.
When people say something about, oh, Californian, and I look at them and I go, well, it is the land of the fruits and nuts. So
it is. It is.
What are you going to do?
Wasn't there also some saying about, like, if you hold, like, referring to Southern California, like, if you hold it up straight, that's all the nuts fall to the bottom or something. Granola, I don't know.
Or my other favorite is, I'm like, don't hate us because we're beautiful.
Now I will say the current memes going around right now where it's your friend from Southern California on the phone with their friend. Oh, you're getting snow. Oh yeah. Well, I had to put my sweatshirt on. It's so cold here. I'm wearing socks.
It's the same thing. It says meanwhile in Arizona, while the rest of the country braces for weather, and we just all do.
Yeah. It's like,
I mean, we got some rain.
Yeah, it's overcast today. Like,
so my what you're talking about, Willis, is well, I have two of them actually, and so you're aware of the owl impersonation trend.
Oh God, yeah, yes,
which needs to go away because it's getting to be too much.
You just gotta stop. You gotta swipe as fast as you can when it comes
like,
up.
Some of them have been they've been really clever and cute, but then it's just like, okay, enough already. Well, yeah. I have one that I'd like to share with you. And you're familiar with the comedian Leanne Morgan?
Yeah.
I love her comedy. I think she's a beautiful woman. She's funny, but the accent, I can't do the accent. So this is my impersonation of an owl if the owl were comedian Leanne Morgan. Ho! My son Charlie, ho! I can't. Okay. All right. So then my other one is, and I think I sent you this, is there's a gal on the Insta who is trying to bring back some burns.
Oh yeah.
Some classic
she's funny.
burns.
She's hilarious.
And insults. And the one I love is your mom.
So good.
So, I mean, you could say,
so good.
Wow, your glasses. Who picked those out? Oh yeah.
Yeah,
well,
your mom.
Your mom.
Yeah. Your mom was such a good one.
Yeah. So I started following her. I'm like, this is some good stuff. Maybe we can get her to help us bring back Groovy.
Oh, so, yes. Yeah. Right on.
Keep on trucking.
For sure.
All right. So that's all I got. All right. So everybody, listen, rate, review, watch,
share,
rate, review,
subscribe. I don't know.
Subscribe. I
download.
Think we're holding.
Download. Even if on Spotify, even if you don't want to listen to it, just download it and then delete it because that's just it counts for something. I don't know what it counts for, but it counts for something.
Yeah, I think we're still holding at 18 subscribers on the YouTube.
Nice.
And we're just cranking out the content. That's all I got.
All right, well, peace out.
All right, peace out.